So what did you learn watching the Bucs come off their bye week and get hit in the mouth by the Washington football team, Mark?
Yeah, it was really strange. I mean, first and foremost, they really put a tent kind of coverage-wise, Washington did, against the Bucs. They put a tent. They basically said, you're going to throw it underneath. We're going to rally around and try to make tackles. And it was interesting because Brady tried to involve the backs, and there must have been 6 drops in that game by running backs. So they were consistently behind the chains. They did get loose one time with a big play over the top to Mike Evans that Brady was exceptional in, but they were just out of sync. And of course, they didn't run the ball. I mean, it was always a 13-point, 7-point, 9-point, whatever it was game. But it just seemed like they had completely abandoned that, and we're going to win the way we want to win, which is throwing the ball and dumping it to the backs. And ultimately, none of that stuff really worked, and it was really more about lack of execution to me on the offensive side of the ball. If they complete those balls to the backs, and every one of them is a catchable ball, you're in a different ball game because you're not in 3rd down and 7. You're not in 3rd down and 9. You're in 3rd down and 2, and that's a much better place to live, obviously, as an offense.
So, but you know how we are in this NFL media world, that the Bucs are in trouble. They've lost 2 around a bye right now, and the NFC's wide open, and it's anybody's to win. Do you believe that right now?
No. Do I think they're in trouble? No. I mean, absolutely not. They're a solid football team. They're playing great up front. Their O-line is a really good unit, one of the top units in football. And then when you just talk about pure talent, Rich, I mean, they are the most talented. When you look Chris Godwin and Mike Evans and some of the secondary players, they didn't even have, obviously, Gronkowski coming. He's got the rib injury, and Antonio Brown didn't play. This kid Johnson, Tyler Johnson, is playing really well. They've got a boatload of talent. They started, I think, 8 different corner combinations through their first 9 games. So they've been injured. They're going to get Murphy Bunting back. They're going to get Carlton Davis back. They're going to be loaded. They're just going to be absolutely loaded down the stretch run. So you hate losing games. I get that, but am I concerned that all of a sudden they're not going to be good anymore? They're not going to be a playoff contender or a Super Bowl contender? No, not at all. I think they're going to be great.
So if you have to place the Schlereth mortgage in house on an NFC team to make the Super Bowl, which one would you do it on? Which one?
Well, Green Bay. I think Green Bay is probably under the radar to some degree because I think their defense is playing so much better than anybody gives them credit for. It's hard to focus on anything other than Aaron Rodgers and the season that he has and the player that he is. But I think Green Bay is probably playing as well as anybody. But you know how this league is. I mean, if the last 2 weeks have told you anything, it is more week to week than it has ever been in any time I can remember. But I would probably, if I had to place a bet, I'd probably go Green Bay right now.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.